Billy was most vigilant. You'd see Bill with his hands behind his back walking around the garden at any old time. Just seemed that everything was in top shape. He would be there with his barrow and his rake, and with the addition of horses dragging mats over the garden, the gravel paths were quite a feature and very, very well kept. Very well kept.
Mum was Margaret McLean. Mum grew up in Twyford Street, just around the corner from the gardens. Dad came from Scotland and they met and married. Her life was very much about playtime in the gardens. Growing up for me, all of my tales of Mum's childhood were about her playing in the gardens with Chick Anderson, the daughter of Ernie Anderson, previous curator.
Well, I remember going there with my parents and walking through in the big tall palms. It was very stately, different from the gardens that you passed in the street. So an honour, really, to go there. I didn't realise how beautiful they were until you grow up and get out in the world a bit.
And so we'd have, the sandwiches and the billy to make tea and all that, and the picnic rugs, and we'd sit on, and I still remember that buffalo grass. It was always green and tough, but never wore out.
We would clamber all over those, and I was agile enough. I remember I used to be able to crawl out on the barrel and get my feet around inside the barrel and slide into it and just stick my head out.
In our childhood, down the Elm Walk, there were two of the enormous cannons, two of which are now down on the Strand and the other two back at the Point Gellibrand fort. When we were children, we used to go down and climb on them and inch our way out along the barrel and have great fun playing on the cannons.
So we spent a lot of hours down the gardens. That was when we were growing up, and then when I married, I lived opposite the gardens in Osborne Street, and I used to take my children across to the gardens to play. That was in the early 60s, 70s, and still do, take the grandchildren down now.
The gardens were always there, and so everyone mainly had their photos taken there because you couldn't get anywhere nicer in Williamstown or the surrounds to get married.
Oh, it was absolutely amazing. There were between 200 and 300 people there, and they were under the Golden Elm, and there were kids there that couldn't hear a word that was said, but they were all in awe because they were in this beautiful place. The children's program really kicked off from that very day.